Are turning brown, red and yellow, soon they'll be falling down. Now, I'm not ready, not just yet. So, I thought I'd do a little different start to the video today. It's Saturday morning, and it is December 6th. Very cold. We're looking at 28 degrees Fahrenheit, and it, as you can see, snowy out. And yeah, it's quite nippy, but decided to come into the Y early. My blood sugar's up from breakfast, so I thought, why not use my blood sugar and go work out? So I'm getting ready to head into the Y and do some cardio. Today I'm going to do some plant chores. I need to work on my begonias. They aren't looking the best. A couple of leaves have kind of just fallen off, and I also need to repot a couple of my plants, my Anthurium, to no drainage, and I'm not sure what else. So hopefully you stick around and let's see where we go from here. So I am done. I had to cut it short because of my blood sugar tanking, and I knew it would happen because when I got here, I had an active insulin of 6.2 in my from my morning bolus. But you always have to really gauge and be close, because most likely I worked out too much cardio and I'll probably tank and have to correct in a little while, if not by the time I get home. But that's all right. I'm used to it. It's good to get that blood sugar out of your system. All it does is kill your organs. So please, if you're a diabetic, or if you know if someone's a diabetic, I hope they do a lot of research. I've gone through hell in my life from diabetes, and I always am sharing my story with people. No one ever believed I was in a wheelchair in my 30s, but I was, and I fought my way out of it by losing weight, and that's the key, and keeping it off, and keeping your blood sugar down. So I say all that, now it's time to get to plant chores. Oh, okay, so I think I'm ready. Hopefully I don't have to get up like I always do because I forgot something. But I've got my plants that I want to work on for this video. Not sure if I'll pot up all of the ones that I'm doing. So I really have some I've got some really strange feelings going on about my plants, and I'm not sure if a lot of that has to do with a little depression about my mom being so sick and dying. It probably is. I don't want extra mouths to feed if I don't get anything out of them. So last night I ended up tossing about 10 plants in the bin, and they were all Anthurium. Most of them were plants that came from Baker's Acres. I found that even though they have great plants, I had a lot of stunted leaves from the hybrids, and I'm wondering if it's because they are hybrids is the reason why the leaves just weren't growing. Like they'd start and then they'd become these little stumps, and there's no leaf to it. But I also had it from a couple other shops from Palm Street. I ended up keeping, you'll see back here, it's pretty empty. If you've watched me enough, this used to be full of little plants. I kept the ones that mean a lot to me, and hopefully I can grow the King of Spades. I threw out the one from Cartel Down. It just never came back from rot, and I lost patience, so I tossed it last night. The one in here is from Fonta Animal. I'm still trying to get this to grow. This is the one leaf that pushed out, and then this is what I got now. So I am not impressed with these plants at all, guys. I mean, look, it's like the leaf is choking. See, this is what happens. And I'm like, what's the deal? What's the deal when I have some plants that just thrive? Like this one I got from, I forget where, but this is a PAP RA18 crossed wide Bessier AF. Now, the plant that came to me was these little guys here. They weren't in great shape. I was a little afraid, but this is the first leaf under my care. I don't understand why I get this on some and then I get great growth on others. I mean, I think it's just the genetic of the plant. But I'm not going to give up on this one. This is the first King of Spades leaf that looks halfway decent, so I know that it's capable of doing it. Last night, and if you look at the growth of roots in there. But last night, I put CalMag in, and I'm starting to treat all of the ones that are having problems with CalMag. So we'll see if that makes any difference. I doubt it, but it may. We'll see. But I say all that because I'm not sure where I'm going with my collection. I'm definitely not getting rid of them. I love my plants. But I find myself really moving back toward my cactus days and my succulents. They're just so easy. so easy, and they're beautiful. Now that I found my gymnoclasiums, I'm just in love with them. But yeah, so anyways, I'm digressing. So today I was definitely I wanted to wait until this leaf hardened off, my King Veitchii. And he is a very, very thirsty plant. So I'm going to put this one in no drainage today for sure. The other one for sure is my narrow pally I got from Woohoo Tropicals. It's Love and Life in here. And you may or you may not, but it is pushing out another new leaf. This is a new leaf under my care. This leaf was when I got him, but this one came, I got these for my birthday in September, so it's pretty good grower. The roots in here are phenomenal. I don't know, I'll be zooming in, but hopefully you can see some of them, but I'm just gonna plop and go. I'm not gonna touch the roots. I'm not gonna do anything in this plant other than just plop and go and then fill. I wanna give it more room. It's still just as narrow. I'm finding that these Anthuriums really like the tall vessels, and so its cousin up here in the palette, Maculata wide, I did not record that, but it's in this really long, tall pot, narrow pot. And if I remember, maybe I'll show you before we're done. If not, maybe next time or something. So I will probably get rid of these little leaves that came with the plant. They're just looking pretty bad, these three little ones, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully I don't hurt it. I did water it last night. It was really dry, and I thought that because I'm going to plop and go today, I wanted to make sure he had enough moisture. I don't want to hurt that new leaf, but what I think happened to my wide Pallidiflorum wide plant, it wasn't light, it was lack of water is the reason why. That one, the leaves came out the way that it did, and two, the reason why it didn't push out the leaves that it should. These guys are really quick growers, but mine was really slowing up, and I know it's because of I wasn't watering it enough. So the no drainage has really helped, and I think the extra room for it to put its roots down, really low, I think it loves it. The other ones I'm thinking of doing, this is the Dock Block Brown Derby Cross Purple Rain. These two leaves here have grown under my care, and then this one is the original, and I got this at Baker's Acres. Now I'll be honest, I haven't really paid much attention to this plant. I've let it go dry. I've kind of ignored it because it's so much like to me it's a Michelle, and I've got two Michelles, and I really don't need a third Michelle. So I'm kind of in that world where I don't even know if I'm going to keep this plant, but I don't know. So I don't know if I'm going to repot this today, but I brought it down here just in case. It's so easy. It lets me ignore it, and I just water it once a week, and it's like, do I really want to go and put it in no drainage for no reason? I don't know. I haven't decided. And then the same thing with this, what's this thing called? This is the Forgetti Cross Vitarlifolium. I'm not impressed with this plant. Now these are the leaves that came out during the summer. And I believe, which one was it? This one is the newest leaf. and it too is already cracked. These aren't attractive to me at all, and I don't know if I'm going to keep this plant. So this is another one that it really should be repotted. You can see here that it's growing out of this pot, and it's very thirsty. It needs a lot of water, but I don't know if I want to keep this plant. So do I want to expend the energy of putting it into no drainage? I don't know. So I just have it down here to kind of talk through that. I'm just not impressed with these leaves at all. So I highly doubt if I'm going to keep this. I really do. It's okay, and I think the leaves would be very beautiful if they would actually grow straight instead of curve all the time. But see, they want to curve, and that drives me crazy. So, and then they crack. It's like, why do I want a plant like that around? I don't. So we'll see. What's the other one? Oh, I do want to show, I put my baby here, the Villanorium. You guys, I think I did a video on that one last week. Last week. This one loves water, so I think that he's doing pretty good in here. We'll see. And then my Papillimonum that you saw me also do, he seems to be pretty happy in there, but obviously it's only been a week, so I really don't have an update on like how it's doing. But I really love this plant. So I just kind of put him down here because I'm not really sure like where and what I want to do with my plants at this point. I did a restyle last couple weeks ago when I got my husband put that light up for me, but I really think that since I've gotten rid of some plants, I want to rearrange, I think, again, and I'm going to bring my cactuses over here because I want to be able to see them. I don't know if I'm going to do that in this video or if I'll just chop it off after this and then I'll go into maybe another video and doing the restyle. So yeah, so let's get going. So was it last night? No, it was, yesterday was Friday. It was Thursday night. I went and got my hair cut for the first time. And I'm gonna put up my picture the night when I was waiting to go back and get my hair done. I wanna know what y'all think, if you like it, if you like my haircut or not. I really like it. It had been a long time since I had layers in my hair, and I kind of went away from layers just because if you don't curl it back, it gets in your eyes, and that just drove me crazy. And another thing is I like wearing it up a lot, which is why you see me use these a lot. And I can just put it up, but I decided that, well, I did my own little haircut of my bangs last week. And so my husband was like, you probably should get those evened out a little bit. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. I probably should go. I mean, I usually go once a year now. My hair was really short. Now, if I have a picture, I'll put how short it was in there. Before COVID. And when COVID happened, I was, nothing was opened. You're on your own, right? So yeah, it was, I just let my hair grow long. I really have always wanted it this long. but I never had the patience to let it grow. So COVID taught me patience, and I got what I wanted. But yeah, I really liked it. I had to curl it today because I hadn't curled it since I got my hair cut. I wanted to curl it and see how, you know, I could style it for work on Monday. And I like it. I think it turned out pretty good. I do need to get a new curling iron, because the one that I like is has a fan in it to keep it cool, and it really is easy for long hair. But the fan, I dropped it like, I don't know, a year ago, and the fan stopped working. But because my hair was so long, my layers were so long, I stopped curling it, so it didn't really matter. And now it matters. So I'm real curious about this plant and its roots. It's been, I think I potted this, I potted up almost every plant in here that I had from December to February of December 2024 to February, March, April of 2025. So everybody's been repotted at least once within a year. I know he has. And I wasn't sure if I was going to keep this plant, but when this leaf came out, I said, yeah, I do want to keep him. I just don't want the long petioles. I don't like this. I don't like that at all. The leaves are pretty old. This one's pretty scuffed up from hitting the walls and when I take it down to shower it. But yeah. So my thought is, my guess is, I'm going to probably pot it up in this one. But if I feel like that it would really appreciate this really tall one, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, you know what? I did forget. Dang on. I forgot my bowls. How did I forget my bowls? It never fails, guys. So I did my first how-to care tips video on my Iridicia Cool Fire, and I'm just curious on if everybody watched it or not, and what you think, if it was informative. Do you think that you'll buy that plant if you don't have it? If you haven't watched it, I'll link it in the description below. I think nothing's wrong with this dirt, so, but gosh, I'm gonna break something here. Don't want my new leaf to get hurt. I wish I could just pop and go this one. I mean, I think I could if I loosen this up enough. But one thing I have been doing, if you watched last week's, you'll know I'm trimming up the roots, because there's no reason to have a whole bunch of roots in your pot. I just don't think that they really, I mean, they need it, but they don't need to grow like they're in the ground. And for me to maintain them in the same pots, which is my goal, it's probably best if I do that. It's in there pretty good. I heard it. I think this one's a lot, I'm not sure, but I think this one's a lot like the Elliptical with the roots real short and they like to lay on top, but then they like to go deep down in the ground. But I know you won't be able to see very well, and I've kind of stopped putting the Mac out. You know, not many people will say much about it, and I've learned how to zoom in, so I'll zoom in the best that I can, but it's just not very convenient, to be honest. But if you like it, let me know and I can put it back. Take off some of these old skins. I think I'm going to take off some of these leaves. Well, I'll hold off, because if I put it in that tall one, it might not be too bad. We'll see. Very tiny root system, which is good. I want to make sure that I get as much off as I can and then choose the right pot. Don't think I'll be trimming any roots. Doesn't look like I need to. They're not long. What'd you guys think of my cactus and succulent series? Did you enjoy it? Did you watch it, or were you not interested? Because some people who, you know, I'm like that with Hoyas. I'm not into Hoyas. So I don't usually watch Hoya videos unless it's somebody I really like. And then I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it, you know, but I might not, most of the time I don't watch all the way through. I'm just curious what you guys thought. And if you were able to watch it all the way through. And would you want to watch more? Because, you know, maybe I'll do more of those as I go. Talked myself out of these other repots already. It's like, why expend the energy if you're not going to probably keep them, you know? I'll definitely probably keep my dock block. I mean, I paid a lot of money for that. But that other one, I don't think I will. wondering how I like no drainage with my Anthurium, I will be honest, I don't think it's great. It's not as great as what, I thought originally. It's actually harder because you have to be so careful how you fertilize it and how much water you give them. I think a lot of what I'm seeing with my plants is because I put them in no drainage, and so the shock factor was pretty high on those younger plants. But I keep doing it because I like it. I do like it. I like that I don't have to water it every 2 days or every 7 days. But I will say, because I'm being so conscientious about the watering, I'm having to water most of them every 7 to 10 days. So really I'm not gaining a lot, because right now in the winter time, they're drying up so fast. And what's great is the tree fern fiber tells me that. It's really pretty easy to know when you need to water with tree fern fiber because of the coloring and how it dries up. You see the fern stems really well. I've gone back to more grittier mix. So I went to the garage and put perlite in this time because I think the pumice isn't enough. I want more of a airier mix than they were getting, and I think that will help as well. So, there's not a solution out there that answers all our woes. It just gives you a different woe to worry about. So if you like how you're doing it, stick with it. If you want to try something different, give it a try. Learn from my mistakes. What works for me, though, doesn't always mean it'll work for you, because I live in Ohio that right now I'm sitting at 34% humidity and it's 66 degrees in the house. I don't see any rot in these roots, which is great. So, what do I want to do here? I do think I want to shorten some of these up. Plopping and going, but I forgot I do like to trim up the roots before we move forward. So keep me really happy in here. probably look like. I think you'd be happy. Have about a reservoir up here. You have all this room to grow. Of course, they'll end up going down to the bottom eventually. He's got room. Let's see what the other one looks like. And that's fine if he gets a lot, he runs out of room down there, but honestly, I think these are great for an area. This one would be great too if you don't have as much of a plant, and he's going to get huge. So I might as well prepare for that now. Sorry about my chains. Vacuum again. Alright, so I'm going to use this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is, like you guys saw me in the last one, I'm going to cut up a screen. And I don't know if this is a good idea. I mean, obviously it's only been a week since I started doing it. But I feel like this is a good idea to make sure that your roots don't actively fall into the water. I mean, they're going to press themselves in there, by golly. They're just going to do it because they're strong. I could be wrong, but I think they will. And they're going to go around it. So I'll have to painstakingly take it out of the roots eventually, which is not going to be fun. But I think a big part of my problem is these roots are always after the water, right? Just like semi-hydro. And so because semi-hydro has more of a casing around it, it does grow through the holes at the bottom and get to the water. So it's just as susceptible to root rot as no drainage. So again, I'm kind of going on this feel as to I don't see any difference between the two. And but the biggest difference that you get from no drainage or from semi-hydro versus no drainage is you can flush it so much easier by just taking it out of the I call it the cash pot, and then flush it because there's holes in the little semi-hydro pot. So yeah, there are advantages to that, and that's really it. That's really I see the biggest advantage to it. But I'm hoping this will help prevent them going down there, because there's no reason for them to go down there when I can have the water come up to it. I think that will help a lot of my problems if I can actually do it. And another thing, a lot of people talk about how they soak their leca. I don't, because I'm lazy, but also because for me, it actually helps prevent overwater when you first put them in, because the leca is going to soak up majority of the water, and I'm a-okay with that. let it soak it up, and then eventually move up to the substrate, you know, and see how it goes. But yeah, one of the things too I think about is by putting this netting in, how does that work? How does the water come up through to touch my substrate to give it water? But I know evaporation will go through these little mesh holes, so it should be okay. But we'll see. We'll see. I've seen other people do it, but I never see an update, so I don't know if it caused any harm or not. Now that might be too much. I think it is too much. Always hard to know. That's better. It's always hard to know. You just guess. There's no science to it. I think every time I do it, it's different. You know? Sometimes I add more, sometimes I add less. Sometimes I don't add any at all. Depends on the plant. It's not great. What would be great if it was sealed, if it was heavier, but this is what we got in there. But once I put the dirt on it, I'll lock it in. That's what we got. FedEx came. Dropped off my sensors from Libre 3 they're my Libre 3 sensors from Abbott. They had a huge urgent issue with a lot of our sensors, and 3 of mine were duds. Luckily I got the email before putting them in my arm, and it caused what it ended up causing was people thought it read that they were low, when in reality they weren't low. It was actually they were higher, and so when you know they didn't check their blood sugar pricks. You know, a lot of times I don't either. You trust what the phone tells you on these Libre 3 sensors. and it put some people in the hospital because when they corrected, they were actually probably at 200, 300, and it was showing 80, and then they ended up in over 800 blood sugar. So pretty scary stuff. Technology is great, but when it's not, oh boy. Yeah, scary. Stuff made a mess. So I shook this in the garage, and what this looks to me like is the what do you call that? The peat moss on here. Almost seems like it's wet. Maybe it is. I don't know why though. Don't know why. It doesn't really matter. I shook it the best that I could. I really hate peat moss. I hate using it, but I don't feel like I have an option. Tree fern fiber is way too heavy, and it helps lighten it up. I added more charcoal, and I also added big chunks of perlite as well, combining with my chunks of hummus. So it should be okay, but again, I don't like too much peat moss, but it does help that clumpy, hard tree fern fiber. So what you don't want to do is breathe it in. I did it way too many times and now I'm done. So the garage it is, even with being 20 degrees outside. Let me know what you guys think about my opening. I thought I'd do something different today. Hopefully I decide to do it. And if I don't, and you're like, what is she talking about? Just know then I didn't. I edited it out and decided not to use it. Because that's what you can do when you make videos, is you can decide what goes and what doesn't. When I can remember, I have been watering in Myco on occasion in my no drainage. These guys really help support it. Actually, I think that's good. I want it down, but I don't want it too far down that, it hurts the stem. Because these guys, I've noticed, like to stay on top, kind of like Elliptical, which I'm not a fan. I like having them down in the soil. because the aeroids really help hold everybody in place the farther they grow down. Top heavy for sure. How this goes. I know that these guys can spit out new stems, I think, you know, like different spots, so this might not be ideal, but we'll see. My goal is not to get this plant huge. My goal is just to have aesthetically pleasing Veitchii, and that helps. I like having the leaves up like this. And he'll be happy to have all of this around his roots, I think. I see some air pockets. All of this is, like I said, it's pretty much guesswork for people. I don't know if these plants are going to successful or not. Ideally, it would be nice if I could just use leca or moss, which I know I could, but I'm not comfortable with that. It's not my, I've been using this medium now for a while. I know how it works. So, yeah. There she is. Let's see how she goes. I water it little when I first start out, and then next week I'll come back in and I'll really water it really good, because the first week it's gonna be soaking up in all this fresh tree fern fiber. It's going to just soak it up and it's going to dry out fast, which is fine. That's what happened with my Anthurium and my pat. And then yesterday they got a good watering. Okay. Now my little one. Yeah, I'm not going to do these other plants, I don't think. Maybe I'll need a dock block, because I really want her to thrive. Do this without hurting it though. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I should wait till the leaf comes out. It's okay it's okay right now. There's no reason for me to have to feel like I have to do it today. Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait, guys. So, and that used up a lot of that. Really, I need to put this Michelle in no drainage more than this one, but I'm not, because she has a new leaf coming out, but it's going to be so much smaller. It's so much smaller because it's just, I think that the roots are just jam-packed in that pot. I'm watering it all the time, and so this leaf, it's getting smaller and smaller, so I know it needs an up pot. But it's not going to get an up pot. It's going to get a decrease in roots, and it's going to go into a size like this one. When that hardens off. Oh, my legs. Okay, let's go ahead and do this guy. I've changed my mind. We'll do him, and then we'll call it quits for the repots. Plus, I need to eat, and I'm gonna go to my mama's and sit with her today. Again, I try to do that a couple times a week. Yeah, I need to do better about this plant. I just really have neglected it. Oh yeah. That tells me a lot. There's very little growth in here other than we do have some nice aroids. Very little. Question is why? Because I've neglected it? Probably. I had it in one of the no light areas for a while before we put this extra Soltec up. She was not happy at all. This is not much roots. I see some rot in here. That around her, it's almost like an old plug. Oh my gosh. What the frick? I think she had an old plug around her. Where the stem is at this point, but it's not healthy. It's healthy, but I see new roots growing on the aroid. Not sure what I'm looking at here. I'll get rid of a lot of this, guys. I know you can't see probably with these big leaves. Just cutting roots off. Very interesting. I would not have suspected. So I'm curious if we have root rot or stem rot, but I can't see the stem at all. I don't even feel where the stem is, but there's so many roots, aroids. Can't be a bad thing. Well, there's not much roots left other than these aroids, so we'll just have to see how this works. I did this with the whatchamacallit? Can't think of it. Luxuriance. She's still growing, another slow grower, but oh, my nose. But yeah, I just don't know if this one's gonna survive or not. We'll find out, I guess. These are all healthy, very red. So as long as she doesn't have stem rot. I don't smell rot. And I cut off all the little wimpy things. So we'll see. We'll see. Might go. I hate this smell, by the way. I just hate it. Hate that smell. Now, I don't think, I chose this one rather than another real tall one because one, I don't know if she's going to make it. And two, I don't want to waste a tall one on a plant that may not make it. We'll just have to see. I don't mind repotting. Where'd my screen go? Oh, it's over here. I know you guys can't see. I apologize. I don't know what to do with this big leaf. I don't want it. Since I put Myco on it, I don't want that schmucky stuff anywhere around my carpet. I prefer doing it when I put it in. I'm not sure why I did it so soon, but I did. I'll be real curious how this works. Hopefully I'm not hurting my plants doing this, but a little less water maybe is okay. Roots not growing at the bottom would be great, but I think they're going to find their way through it. I have no doubt. And then I'm going to be like, man, when I repot, I have to get them out of this stupid stuff. It's hard for me to see. I think that's good enough. Got coverage. That'll be perfect. Low enough that get it stump in there. Hopefully she can regrow some roots and maybe I'll get a nice leaf come springtime. Oh, what am I doing? I'm trying to get you guys to see over these leaves. This mess I've got going on here. These wingspan of these plants really come in handy for support. My ring. I've broke glass before. I need to repot this guy, as you can see here with the tape. I haven't yet. So far, it hasn't cracked anymore, and the tape's holding it together. I'm not losing any water, which is amazing. Well, this will be my first dock block in no drainage. So, no, that's not true. I have this dock block in no drainage. So that's not true. I forgot about that one. That's a newer one. I can't remember the full name, but I've got finally a new leaf coming out. Not ideal in this winter, but they're not going to stop growing because of winter. I guess they would if I turn off my grow lights and not feed them, but that's not going to happen. My queen leaf is, the new one is ripped in 5 spots because of this dry humidity, and I'm just so upset about it. So upset about it. What is a girl to do? especially when I know what my options are, but I choose not to take them. I just don't, I may invest in a very tiny humidifier and put it right there next to her for the winter months. I don't know. But I've got her leaf wrapped in saran wrap. I have no idea if I'm going to regret that, but I have to try something. You're not supposed to even breathe on new leaves of the queens, and I've wrapped mine in saran wrap. I'll show it to you. Yeah, we've got some. Push down in here. Some pockets. That's the problem with this screen too. It comes up. So I'm trying to push it back down. Now what I might find is I have to do emergency repots with these screens, because my thought is, if for some unknown reason the water doesn't go down to the reservoir and just sits there, will I have a problem? I might. I definitely might. So I'll have to keep a real close eye out on these that I've done this with. Okay. I think that's good enough for now. See how she does. This stuff's a mess. Now, let me do a little cleanup, and then we're going to look at the begonias, and then I think I'll call it a day. So, let's take a look at our begonias. This is my Cracklin rose begonia. Now, I bought this, all four of these. There's 4 stems in here, and I put them together, I don't know, maybe it was last spring. I don't remember when I bought it. Shh. Hey, Missy, Mommy's recording. But it's grown so much. I've got a trellis that I bought from the garden center for this one and for the other one. Everything seems healthy. I noticed that some of my leaves are just not in good shape. So I just kind of want to go through and see what we've got going on here. I've got them taped up. Well, that's not good. What? It couldn't find my face. It couldn't find my face. Begonia was too big. So I think what I'm gonna do think I'm going to adjust the camera. Not sure what yet, but let's see. All right, we'll see if that works. So it's not bad, but a lot of these are just dried and crisped up, and that's because I was showering these plants, and I think I did too much of that, and so when the winter hit, I think it just, you know, caused this crackling stuff to happen. So I'm gonna give it a haircut, I think. Prune it a little bit. I'm not sure. I just know that they do grow better when you cut them back. Like this is all new growth. I cut some off for my mom about 6 months ago so she could have some. And those are the regrowth. So, let's see here. So those are the regrowth. But they grow crazy. I mean, like, look at these leaves. I don't know if I really like this plant, to be honest. I've never really liked it. Once I started growing it, I was so happy to find it. I think they're beautiful pink spots, but I don't know. I don't like how they crack. I guess that's why they call it Cracklin rose, but I'm not a fan of it. This one's all dried up, and it's dried up because there's no humidity in this house right now. So it's hard to know what to do other than just kind of trim it back. And then you're going to have a big gap, which I guess is okay. It's okay to have a gap. Let me show you here. So see, you've got these stems going on, but this is all new growth right here. It's all new growth here. And they're very sturdy stems. They can hold a lot of their own weight. Like this is completely up on its own. I'm just not sure what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it on this trellis. Probably will. There's not much else I can do with it, I don't think. This is some new growth here. Not much of a way. I really need to propagate some of these. Actually, the only thing on this one is this top portion. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this. Am I gonna cut that? I don't like this empty. Do you see it? Can't see anything, can you? But this here, the stem where my finger is all blank. There's no leaves down here. It's only on the top. So what I think I'm gonna do is just cut it here. And then I'm going to see if it regrows, I guess. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this in water because it does grow really well propagating in water. I had my mom's in there a long time, but since she got sick, she couldn't keep up with it. And I hadn't been over there looking at her plants. So until this past week, and I've taken over the care of her plants and threw out a lot of them. I'm keeping and fighting for the ones that she loves so much, and I will plan on bringing them home with me. Her pothos are the most beautiful pothos in the world, and by golly, I'm going to try to keep those things alive. It's the last thing I do So yeah, but propagating is okay. Don't be afraid of it. I mean, I'm not a fan, like I said, of this plant. And, but it's a pretty plant. And I'd like to grow it a little better than what I have. However that means. So see, here's this guy, and then there's this one. This one again, you've got this stem that has no leaves on it. So I think, and I mean, except this little baby one here. So we're going to propagate those. I think I'm going to cut this here. We'll just see. We'll just see. This one's pretty good. This one's, like I say, a new one. Not ideal how it's growing here. How's that growing? That's a branch. It's branched off itself. Yeesh. Okay. Very heavy. So I think what I'll do here is tape this one this way. Tape that one, soft side here, tape. Just, like, it's not right. I like my Begonia Maculata a lot better than this one. These leaves just drive me a little bonkers. Really do. They rip pretty easy. These are original leaves. Let me get rid of that. A lot of these are all ripped and beat up. I just haven't really cared for much for this plant, as you can tell. But we're going to put... I could propagate this one as well because it also is empty. I think I'll do that. So we've got a little guy growing off him. So I think what I'll do is cut here. And then I'm not going to save like all of these. I just don't have it in me. I'm just going to do this. And then I'm going to prop that in the water with these others. Yeah, I'm just not going to deal with these propagations and stuff right now. Now this is interesting because of the way it's growing. If you see, I don't know what you're seeing here. So like, this is laying on top of, I know you can't see this though. This is laying on top of this one. So I'm not, but they're growing that way. They've grown that way. And I don't think it's going to look funny, but I think the only way I can do this is to try to force it to grow away from its other branch. Not sure how. Really not sure how. Let me get rid of this old leaf here. It's a new one. Maybe I'll just let it hang. I mean, I don't like that all that weight on this one. So I think I'll tape it. Probably not ideal to do this in the winter time, honestly, but it's been needing some help. I've been finding leaves dropping off right and left, and I'm just kind of over it, and we just need to figure out what's the best way to grow this plant right now. This is fairly new, but these are in bad shape. See that? It's that dry bit. I haven't showered it for a couple weeks and just been watering it directly into the pot, and I think it's happier. But come winter or summertime, I'll do the shower again, because it's very important to keep your leaves clean. Oh. I don't want to force it, but I'm going to make that go up here. Not spectacular, not spectacular, but it's got a better chance to grow. And I'll put these in water. Did I take that? I did, didn't I? Hold on a minute here. I'll go clean out one of my vessels that has dirt in it, and we'll just plop them in there. We'll find out in my edit. But here's what we got. Lovely, isn't she? But it'll be fine. It'll allow, we'll see how this regrows, if it regrows. But one thing I will say is my favorite way to grow this plant, I think it's so pretty, not growing this tall and lanky. I honestly like propagating it like I did for Mom. I think it's so much prettier this way. I'll show you here. And I put it in big perlite. Not sure why, but I do. It's what works. Off this bottom leaf. And I'm going to lose these leaves, so really no reason to keep them, but it's all right. It's for looks right now. So I don't need to fill it up all the way, just enough And then I just pour the water in. Oops. It's hard to see with these long leaves. Just fill it up since I know they're in the perlite, up to the perlite, and that's really it. I like it better this way than that way, but it's not sustainable. These leaves just aren't sustainable in here that way. But I don't know if I'll keep this plant. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see. I'll go there for now until my Veitchii comes back out. I'm gonna water this a little bit. Like I said, I haven't been putting it in the bathtub, so I just put a little bit of water in every couple days. It seems to be doing pretty good rather than soaking it. I guess I don't need to soak the plants every time, but all right. Now, this begonia, I'm not going to do so much with. I love this plant. I just want to see if there's any. I saw some bad leaves the other day, and I just want to nip off those and maybe nip off some of the ends of this plant. It's really a stellar. This thing grows so well. But again, it's getting lanky. Just like this one. I've got a really lanky thing going on here I'm not a fan of. And these are original branches, which are weaker than the newer ones that I've cut. So you see that? And then their only leaf is up here on top. So yeah, I'm not going to deal with that. So much for not being aggressive. I still feel like this is much better, but I'm gonna cut this one. We'll see, guys, we'll see. I'm not real great at this, as you can tell. I just don't care enough. Honestly, I don't care. But if I get roots from them, I know I can root them in here, but because I'm not keeping it as wet as I was, they'll never survive. So we might as well just do it this way for a while and see how it goes. But yeah, this is another, I mean, these are just so long, but I guess that's okay. They're just so long and lanky. And it's because they don't get enough light. They're in front of a window, but there's no sun right now. There's no sun. Broke that off. This is okay, not ideal, but it's okay. We got a lot of water spots. I think I'll leave that. Trim off some of these dry bits. And I'll probably, I mean, all depends on how those things regrow, if they regrow, what I end up doing with this plant. I don't know. I would like to have a small one again rather than this gigantic one. Although very pretty when there's a bunch of leaves, but I just don't want it to grow too tall, and it's getting too tall now. But the problem is that there's so many empty branches, right? You can't fill it out and make it look nice. What we got here? Cut off some of these if I can. These are the newest. These are from the last cut I did, and these are so strong, and that's because that's what happens when you cut them, and they can grow up to be very strong branches rather than very weak ones from the originals. I think I did that in last year, maybe February or something like that. I don't remember when. This side's going to be very empty. Well, that's both sides are very empty, but it's all right, I guess. I'll plant the others back in eventually. need to wash these. Okay, so this is trash. I'm gonna water this guy. I need to fertilize it soon because it's been a couple weeks since I stopped doing the shower with this one. Because it's been a couple weeks since I've done it. All right, let me readjust you and throw this out and I'll show you our final product. Okay, so here is our trimmings that we'll see how they do. I don't know where I'm going to put them, but I probably put them over in the other table. But it's so pretty. I just love these. I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm growing them wrong. I don't see other people growing them this way up a trellis. Well, I know that wild fern does, but I don't know. Here she is. She's kind of cut up, but this is what we got, guys. This is what we got for regrowth. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. It's definitely seen better days. And then this guy's seen better days, but you gotta get off the old stuff and try to get new growth. You know, that's what we gotta do. Now, before I close, I want to show you the saddest thing in the world again on my queen. Let me turn you around. So here she is. I just put this plastic on, this saran wrap on last night. I'm just desperate, but do you see the cracks? I don't know if you can. Crack, crack, crack. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starting visible cracks, 2 up here, all because of winter. And if you scroll over here, this is where we're sitting. 34% humidity, 67 degrees in the house Fahrenheit. So, but we've got new leaves growing on him, which is my Black Beauty here. It's a little bit of a crack. I mean, this guy's beautiful. This guy's beautiful. Now they're all in no drainage. Does it matter? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I guess we'll find out because she'll be going into no drainage eventually. But I'm just sick about this leaf. I am. I don't even know. I'm sure this will help. It's very light. I don't think it'll hurt it. Obviously it'll hurt it when it expands, but I'm gonna keep, every day I'm gonna expand it myself. I'm like, really, I try so hard, you know. I could have had a perfect leaf with this one, and then the moss pole did it. And now I've got winter doing that. And it's like, I'm trying so hard. We'll see. Anyways. Yeah. So I think I'll go ahead and end here. And so I can get some lunch and head to Mom's. I may go ahead and off camera redesign my area. I know I've done a lot of redesigns, and this is like my husband says, this is my dollhouse, so I'm always redesigning. I don't know if you all are very interested in it, but I may or I may not record it. We'll see. So have a blessed day wherever this finds you. I hope that you enjoyed this planty video, and let me know by the thumbs up and your comments and your subscription for my channel. It means the world to me. This is a hobby I enjoy. I really enjoy making videos, especially when my mind is in it and my heart is in it. And when it's not, I just wait and I'll come back and start again. So probably Christmas will be probably over with by the time you see this, as I'm suspecting, but I don't know. Either way, see you later. Have a great weekend or wherever this finds you. Bye.